All right. Shalom, shalom. Kal halal, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak, Wadash. Peace and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh being the name of our Heavenly Father. All right. The true name of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who are our forefathers. And Yahweh Shai being the name of his only begotten Son. All right. And those names, by calling on those names in truth and sincerity, there's going to be a crown of life given to those that continue to do so in truth and sincerity and hold on to their integrity all the way into the end. All right. As you can see, this lesson is going into the Cbdc push, which is a biblical prophecy being fulfilled of a cashless society, which falls right in line with Revelation 13 and 16 through 18. All right. So let's go ahead. All I did was Google Cbdc, right? And this is what came up, a whole bunch of information. So we're going to go into a few of these. All right, really a lot of time the headline itself does it, but some of them I'll go more in depth. All right, and Lord's word is edifying. So this is Cbdc. It says Spain's central bank opens call for proposals for wholesale Cbdc project. Now, why is this happening all in tandem? Amongst all these countries, we have Indonesia, we have Spain, we have China, we have Nigeria, we have Pakistan, Australia. Okay. Yep. Okay. You have India. They're calling it the rupee. Okay, because that's the name of their currency. Okay, NY Fed launches digital dollar pilot program with big banks. Now, one that I found the most interesting was Nigeria. Okay, we're going to click on this and we're going to see what this is about. Nigeria bans ATM cash withdrawals over $225 a week to force use of Cbdc. The limits set by the Central Bank of Nigeria are part of a broader push to encourage digital financial transactions. You see? Digital financial transactions. That's what they want to push for. Okay, so look here. It says Nigeria has drastically reduced the amount of cash individuals and businesses can withdraw as it attempts to push its cashless Nigeria policy. Okay, so all you back to Africa, Jakes, the same shit is going on over there. As you think that's the promised land. Well, guess what? That's the same beast system. All right, that's being implemented over there because the beast system is not just America. Babylon the Great is where it's poured out from, but it's poured out into all the other nations. As a matter of fact, if I could grab that in Revelation 13, which it goes right in line. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to read a little bit up. Revelation 13, and let's read 14. It said, let me read 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Now, this is talking about, the so-called white men during these, World War I, World War II, being able to drop bombs, the atom bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, all right, during Vietnam, napalm, all these different bombing campaigns, and him being able to rain death from above, pretty much. So these are great wonders, which made the world fear the so-called white man, which made them fear America, because that's the stronghold of Edomite, because the so-called white man is actually the biblical Edomite, the descendants of Esau, the wicked, according to the Bible. This is why they feared America, Babylon the Great, because of things like this. Okay? It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. So not only those miracles, but other miracles in accordance with his technology. The technology on the left hand, and guess who gave him that technology? The Heavenly Father did, in order for him to expand his wickedness and be judged in the end for it, because our power deals with duality of good and evil. He controls both sides. All right. And we're going to see, because right now, people will say, oh, the earth is just, the earth is wicked. What kind of God would allow this to happen? But Nobody wants to take accountability for the things that they do. All right. And it just goes to show that the Most High is perfect and we need him and his son Yahweh Shai. All right. But at the end of the day, they always want to blame God when it's these damn devils. And again, if you want to get deep, yeah, the Heavenly Father controls that too. All right. Which should be a comforting thought, because that means that the Most High is going to be the one to take him out of power. But he's allowing these things to happen as a lesson. All right. Primarily to the elect of the nation of Israel. This is our chastisement. Having to see these things go on and having to experience this is our chastisement. Lord's will, we be of that number. All right. But also to Israel as a whole, and really the whole world, it's a lesson. Because when Egypt was destroyed and plagued and Pharaoh and his host was swallowed in the sea, all right, that was a lesson for the whole earth. And the name of the Lord was magnified and the fear of the Lord was magnified. And that's what's going to happen when America, Babylon the Great, is destroyed. But he has this power to do these miracles. All right. The cell phone. All right. I have mine right here. This is a modern day miracle. You can go on and speak to somebody on the whole opposite side of the earth. All right. With this technology. Okay. You can get all types of information. Right now I'm live streaming and this is going global. All right. So you got brothers that could be in Africa right now watching this through the internet. Okay, and who gave the so-called white man the technology? The Most High did. All right, and it was really Jake behind all these great inventions anyways. Okay, but let's read 14 again. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make Salakia. I thought I had some water. It's all good. We'll just keep going. It says, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. You see? So this beast had a wound by a sword and did live. All right? Which is talking about the revival of the ancient pagan Roman Empire. The image is talking about the system. So America is Rome revived. And that image is the system. All right, the social, political, economic system, in other words, democracy, okay, that's spread around the whole entire world, which is really consumerism as well. All right, and that's why you can't escape it. So when we look in Nigeria, that's in West Africa, why are they doing this? Because they're drunk off the wine of Babylon. The nations are mad off of that Babylon wine, which is that philosophy of wickedness. All right, so let's continue on. The Central Bank of Nigeria issued the directive to financial businesses in a December 6th circular, noting that individuals and businesses would now be limited to withdrawing $45. This is draconian, man. $45 a day in cash. That's it. And guess what? That's going to come here soon, man. They want to do away with cash. And look what happened during the pandemic. They said that there was a coin shortage. How the hell? What does a pandemic have to do with the shortage of coins? But this all tying into this man's agenda, all right, to implement this beast system on the highest level, which is to do what? Which is to bring forth that charagma, that RFID microchip. All right, it says, and $225 per week from ATMs. So that's very low, man. I mean, I'm not sure exactly. I'm not too familiar with the economy of Nigeria, but you know, 225, how far could that go? Now they're going to say, all right, well, you could use your card. Okay, but what about people that want to just deal with cash transactions? This is a draconian measure. In order to do what? In order to further this beast system. All right, and why is Nigeria one of the this is one of the harshest policies that I've seen out. Okay. Now, why are they doing it in Nigeria? Well, Nigeria, who's living over there? Israelites, mostly Jake. Okay, they ain't Hamites in Nigeria. There may be a few, but mostly it's Israelites in Nigeria, West Africa. Okay, that's why I don't. The obsession with Egypt and being a pharaoh amongst Jake, that doesn't even make sense, because you know the Southern Kingdom so-called Black Americans and West Indian black men came from West Africa. That's far away from the land of Egypt. All right, but Jacob clave unto anything but their true identity. But anyways, it says individuals and businesses will also be limited to withdrawing 225 and 1,125 respectively at banks per week, with individuals hit with a 5% fee and businesses with a 10% fee, charging you to take your own cash out of the bank. You see, it says fee for amounts above those limits, 10%. All right, so if you take out 10,000, okay, that means $1,000 you got to give it to them just to take out your own cash. This is to do what? To make everything cashless for control and to be able to take people's accounts down if they so fit. So if they see fit, because if let's say the bank denies you, all right, well, give me my cash back and I'll go to another bank. But if this is a law, all right, this is extreme. All right, but guess what? It's beautiful because it's the fulfillment of the prophecies that we've been speaking of. Now let's read on Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. You see, the image of the beast, which is what? This system of Edomite supremacy, of the devil. All right. And if you take that mark, hey, that's a seal of Satan, man. That's judgment. Okay. That's the seal that marks you for judgment when you take that charagma, that RFID chip in your hand. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay. And as we always go into, the word mark there is charagma, which is what? A physical etching, something that's actually carved into you. And when they put that, which is connects to the word karax, which is a palisade, they put that palisade in you, and that's how they inject that chip, the MOTB. Okay, so both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So all stratas of society are going to have to receive it if they want to participate in this system. Okay, the devil is coming down with great wrath, knowing that he had but a short time. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so you won't be able to buy or sell. That basically covers everything that it requires to provide in this world. Okay, you have to go to the grocery store to buy. All right. And for those that have businesses, they won't be able to sell, okay, unless they implement this system and people are using this. They have to buy or sell through the way of what? That chip. Okay, it says, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right. Kaizai stigma. And a stigma is something that's actually stuck to you. Okay. And that number is everywhere. And the number 6 also means to cut. All right. The number 6 means to cut. It's also connected to sex, because sex is an act of cutting. All right. When a man's rod goes into a woman who's supposed to be virgins, she bleeds. Why? Because there's a cutting action. Okay. So, you know, that number 6 represents that. So this man, he wants to commit, he wants Israel to go off and commit adultery with him against their power, which our power is Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And in doing so, our people will be marked for thermonuclear judgment. All right. We're going to grab that too. In Revelation 14 and 8. It says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, which is talking about America, is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. See, so all nations have drunk of it. And that's why Nigeria, okay, why are all these countries doing this at the same exact time? Because the elites that really run the show, they're pushing for it. Okay. They're pushing for it. All right. And that's because they're what? Drunk off that Babylon wine. Okay. And I'll be interested to know how the people, they might be protests over there, because that's a pretty strict measure. Okay. And they're not saying temporary. They're saying this is how it's going to be from here on out. Okay, why? Because all these countries are bought and sold out, man. The leaders sold out. There's wicked. Um, I would have to look into who is actually running, so on the forefront at least. Nigeria, they might have Jake leaders in positions of so-called power, but we know the so-called white man Esau, the bankers, they really run the show when it comes to Nigeria. Okay, and really when it comes to the majority of the countries, pretty much all the countries on the earth. All right, there's only a few nations that haven't that are still resisting, and even they're going to fall to the wayside. But guess what? It's all for the fulfillment of the Lord bringing that judgment. Because even the nations that are joined to Russia, that's still Edomite power structure. It's just a different branch of it. Okay, and the Lord, excuse me, the Lord has it set for them to go at it. America and its allies versus Russia and its allies. All right, and that's the fulfillment of Bible prophecy as well, which is going to lead to what? World War III. All right, but anybody that worships this beast and this image and receives that mark, all right, which is a chip, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. You see? So they're going to drink of that cup of judgment, indignation, which means righteous hatred, pretty much. All right. So they're gonna have to drink of that cup, which is to what? Receive that judgment, which is to burn in the lake of fire when the missiles hit. All right, America's gonna be a lake of fire. Okay, in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. The Lamb is the Lord Yahushua, and that's why we're seeing all these chariot sightings, which the chariots, which the people of this world call UFOs. Those are the heavenly vehicles that the angels dwell in. All right. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. You see? So that's going to be a judgment. It doesn't mean literally forever, but that means that the memorial of it is going to be forever. Okay? And for a long time, the smoke is going to be going up. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Because it's going to be a permanent judgment, because America's going to be left as a wasteland forever. All right. So it's not going to be like, okay, now 10,000 years from now, we're going to build. No, America's going to be left as a desolate wasteland for all eternity, even when we're in power. All right. So it says here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahushua. All right. So this is the patience of the saints, which are the Israelites. All right. Those that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahushua, because getting a cutting in your flesh is against the law of the Bible. Okay. What is it? It might be Deuteronomy 14. And there's another one in Leviticus. Let me see. Yep. Deuteronomy 14:1. It says, ye are the children of the Lord your God. You shall not cut yourselves nor make any baldness between your eyes for the dead. Okay. Because that was something that the heathen did. All right. They did it for the dead. Now, don't come around saying, well, if you don't do it for the dead, then no. You're not supposed to get a cutting in your flesh, period. All right. Whether it's for the dead or not for the dead, you're not supposed to do it, because the heathen themselves are dead. All right. So you're engaging in a heathenistic practice. All right. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power, and the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth. So here it is. The Bible tells us we're above all the nations, but yet our people, they don't want to be Israelites. They'll argue against you that no, we're not the greatest people. Now, who in the hell would do that? Any of the other nations, you tell them they're Israel, they're the greatest people, they will want to be a part of it. But here comes Jake. Jake don't want to be a part of it. Jake is afraid of greatness, because what comes with this is responsibility. Like Spider-Man quote, with great power comes great responsibility. It's a responsibility of being the chosen people. It's not just, oh yeah, we're the chosen people, we're the shit, we're the greatest, and that's the end of the story. No, it comes with a humbling process. Look where we at. We're on the bottom. All right. And in the book of Deuteronomy are located the curses, man. And that those curses are what we went through for our disobedience. But now, since the Lord has turned us back to him, all right, and put the spirit on us to repent and continue to grow in this every day, there's going to come a time where we're going to receive the blessings. And that's what Jake want to just focus on the curses. But what about the blessings that's coming? Yeah, we know the Lord whooped our ass, man. We deserved it. We deserve worse than what happened to us. Okay, but you know, Jake don't want to be a part of this, man, because they rather be a nigga. They rather be a part of this world. Okay, and this is the world that you're still fighting to be a part of. Well, you can only withdraw $45 out the bank a day, man. All right, and don't think that ain't coming to America, man. Okay, cashless policy. All right, because Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is running the world, and these are the laws that he implemented, man. All right, Isaiah 32 and 6. For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go to Google real quick. I want to look up in the blue letter. I want to look that verse up. So, 32 and 6, right? In the NLT, right? And I also wanted to get that word for villain. Yep, for fools speak, this is Isaiah 32 and 6 in the NLT. For fools speak foolishness and make evil plans. They practice ungodliness and spread false teachings about the Lord. Yeah, they'll tell you it's okay. You could be a sodomite, you could get a chip, you could do whatever. All right, you could even be a witch, according to certain Christians, man. Oh, that's just, you know, I'm just woke. Everything is under the banner of woke. You see? But there's a righteous awakening, and then there's an awakening to wickedness, which is a false awakening. All right, everything's being exposed. They deprive the hungry of food and give no water to the thirsty. You see? So they actually are going to deprive people of resource, but also this is taking them. See, when it says spread false teachings about the Lord, this is not allowing this true living waters, or trying to stop this word from coming out by teaching us what? False Christianity. You know how many billions of dollars are behind Christianity? You know how much money this devil puts into pushing these false doctrines upon our people? And it makes perfect sense why they allow Kanye and Kyrie, which I was on the brother Tazapanya, Banyamyan, shalom to him. I was on his live earlier, and you know, his lesson was edifying. He was going into Jason Whitlock and Pastor Dow, which I had watched that video, and that dude is another bug out. He's been around for a while, but now it gives them an opportunity to coerce the truth because it's already out. All right, yeah, man. I talk to regular Jakes when sometimes I drive rideshare and Uber or Lyft. Regular Jakes that they're rolling up, getting ready to roll up a blunt or drink a 40, and they know that we're the Israelites. Okay. So this thing is out there, but now that it's already spread out there, now Esau's trying to control that. I think it was J. Edgar Hoover, one of these devils, presidents or some kind of politician back in the day, said any movement for so-called black people, or any movement, he said black people, but we know that, you know, nobody's black or white, that those are just colors from a crayon box. But he said that black people, if there's any movement for black people, that they're going to be the ones to give it. In other words, they're going to use subversive tactics, which, let me look that word up. Subversion. Yeah, it says the undermining of the power and authority of an established system or institution. So let's say this institution or the system of this truth, because this truth is an institution of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and it started with our apostles of Great Millstone. So what they do is, okay, let's see, it says, what is an example of subversion? Like making a vegetarian eat bacon by tricking her. Wow, see? And they even put pork. That's subversion, because they'll make healthy food, all right? They try to say it's healthy, but then they'll slide some pork in there. Okay, look what it says. The Latin root subvertere means to turn from below. And when you turn something on its head in a sneaky way, that's subversion. See? So they sneakily do these things. So that's why they allowed IUIC, ISUPK. Oh, yeah, you could talk about being an Israelite now. They're still going to come against it. They're still going to throw resources at that. But now it's their own little echo chamber where they can control this group and they can control that group. And then they have their own debate. So they want to play the most high. So what is the glitch in their matrix? Is us, the true prophets of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Lord's will, we endure until the end and continue. All right. It says the smooth tricks of scoundrels are evil. See, that's an example of the smooth tricks of scoundrels. And that's why these guys, they get real panicky when we talk about these topics, man. It's clearly in the news. It's happening. It's not a conspiracy theory. This is happening. Is it a conspiracy that they're going cashless in Nigeria? No, they're telling you that they're doing it. Okay? But according to these guys, it's a conspiracy, you know, yada, yada, so on and so forth. But let's read on. The smooth tricks of scoundrels are evil. They plot crooked schemes. They lie to convict the poor, even when the cause of the poor is just. You see? They lie to convict the poor, even when the cause of the poor is just. Who's the poor of this world? Israel. So this is part of their crooked schemes. Crooked schemes, man. Okay, matter of fact, let's look that word up. Scoundrel. Yep, slander. Okay. Yeah, wicked schemes. It says zamah. Zamah, plan, devise wickedness, evil plan, mischievous purpose. All right. Plan, purpose, evil device, wickedness, not chaste, incest, licentiousness, adultery, idolatry, harlotry. All right. And these are all things that this society pushes on the highest level. Heinous crime, you see, lewdness. This man is a lewd man. All right. So mischievous purpose. And that's what this devil has devised. That's what this devil has devised with things like this. Let's see if there's any other articles going into it. Yep, central bank plans to make CBDC only legal digital tender in Indonesia. Okay. Yep, Pakistan launches new laws to expedite CBDC launch by 2025. All right. The State Bank of Pakistan signed in new laws for electronic money institutions, non-bank entities offering digital payment instruments to ensure the timely issuance of a CBDC in the next 3 years. All right. It's going to happen faster than that because they're going to push for it. All right. Because they're going to use calamities and famine and things like that to make sure that this happens as fast as possible, because they're looking to chip as many people as possible in the hopes that somehow they're going to get to us, because this is all aimed at us. Remember, this is all aimed at us. So they want to be able to get that mark, but the Lord is not going to allow that, man. He's not going to allow you to put the idol in his third temple, which is the elect, which is the spiritual temple. So they really want to get it into the men that know this truth. All right. But they're going to say that, you know, they're going to push for it on a global scale as well. All right. It says regulators worldwide see central bank digital currencies as a way to enhance fiat capabilities by inheriting the financial prowess of technology that power cryptocurrencies. Pakistan joined this list by announcing new regulations to ensure the launch of an in-house CBDC by 2025. And it's not going to go smooth for this devil. He's not just going to be able to roll it out. All right. It says when he's getting ready to fill his belly, then will the Lord cast him down. All right. So roughly paraphrasing it. Okay. So, you know, there's going to be plagues. There's going to be judgments. There's going to be a lot of people dying in the midst of all this. All right. A lot of people starving to death, and everything's going to increase because the Most High is in control. All right. He's just giving Esau the illusion of control. And that way it's going to be all the more sweet and that much more of a judgment when he takes it all away. You know, we're blessed to be able to witness these days, man. All right. It says the State Bank of Pakistan, SBP, signed in new laws for electronic money institutions, non-bank entities offering digital payment instruments. To ensure the timely issuance of a CBDC in the next 3 years, the World Bank helped Pakistan design the new regulation. Yeah, the World Bank, see? The World Bank, the IMF, all these other, institutions, transnational institutions are at hand, are working on this. According to local media Arab News, in addition to timeline adherence for the CBDC launch, the regulations warrant preventive measures against money laundering and terror financing while considering consumer protection and reporting requirements. So they're always going to have their boogeyman or their reason. It's a sensible reason. They're going to make it seem like it makes sense. Okay, and then these people are stupid and they're drunk off the wine of America, so they will participate. This globalization is really westernization. When they say globalization, actually this is a great map right here. Yeah, this is great. Look, it says 112 countries, currency unions tracked. All right, 11 launched, 15 are in pilot. All right, and look, Russia's included in that. Okay, 26 development, 46 research. Okay, and in reality, they're really closer to it. Like America's already has all this shit ready to go. All right, don't get that twisted. But they're just see, like Florida says pink, so that means it's already launched to an extent there. Well, that might not be Florida. That might be somewhere off the coast, like Bahamas or something like that. But in essence, man, this thing is rolling. All right, this thing is rolling and it's rolling fast. Okay, it's like a snowball going down the hill. Yep. So, that's it for the lesson. I believe the point was made. I'm gonna go ahead and give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Chakadash. Shalom, my barakatam to the elect. Lord's will, I catch you on the next one. Shalom.